Hello, my name is Hurley. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you are a gamer and you want to learn more about improving your gaming experience and a lot of other stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And real quick, because I'm curious to know, are you a competitive player or just a casual gamer? Let me know in the comments below. Before we get any further into this video, make sure that you stay tuned towards the end of the video because I do have a little surprise for you guys. And if you have any questions or comments, just make sure you put that in the comments below. I'll be more than glad to go back through them and answer any questions for you. This is the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. They have a little bit of plastic on the outside of the box. We'll just go ahead and get rid of this real quick. This is kind of like a Christmas present, and really anybody that opens up Christmas presents, they don't do a true unboxing. So that's probably what we're going to do in this video. We're going to just rip into this thing because I'm ready to play it. Let's go ahead and cut this tape right here. Just make sure you don't cut yourself, guys. Don't need no bloody fingers. Let's get this opened up. Looks like so far the case is identical to the version 1 case. The box a little heavy. There's probably something in here. Oh yeah, we have a charging cable. This is the USB-C cable, so that's definitely a plus from the updated version. Have a few manuals and things like that. We're not really going to get into all that. I'll just set this to the side. I mean, right off the bat, this controller does feel lighter than the previous version. I mean, the controller feels really great. I mean, it's nice. It has a matte black color and this rubbery grip texture here on the front and also on the back. They did change something on this versus the last version. There was a little slit right down the rubber backing here, and people were having issues with it coming apart. I bet you they utilized that, and I believe this may fix the problem. We're going to put a lot of hours on it, so we're definitely going to test this out and put this controller through the ringer. I bet these right here are compatible or very similar to the Elite 1 controller. Let's find out real quick. They're pretty well the same size. Alright, let's see if these paddles will fit in here, and let's see if they look similar. Well, I can tell that the new ones are a little bit smaller. So that's probably a plus because I felt that it was very uncomfortable with the first version as far as the paddles went. But yeah, you can tell a big difference right here. The button placement, much better. It looks really good. I may be able to actually use all 4 buttons this time. All the way up means that you can push your trigger all the way down. If you go down 1 notch, you're in your medium setting, and it's going to go about halfway. And if you push it all the way to the bottom to the minimal setting, this is probably your hair trigger settings, and yeah, it barely even pushes down, so that's a lot better than the last version for sure. The paddles on the back feel really good, all 4 of them. So the game I play the most is Fortnite. We're definitely going to test this out. I feel that I'll be able to use all 4 paddles. I tell you one thing that this has that my C40 didn't is you can change out your D-pads. I do not like the round one. But it's the fact that they are putting this in with it because the C40 was very expensive and did not have this option. You had to buy it separately. Now here's you a key, and if you take off the thumbstick, there's a little slot right down there for you to adjust your thumbstick tension on both of the thumbsticks. So it looks like there's 3 settings right here. If you turn clockwise, it's going to put you at the deepest setting. So that's definitely too much for me. So if I'm going to go back counterclockwise, and I'm going to go back to the original settings and then just show you real quick. So if you go all the way counterclockwise, you're going to be in your first standard setting. and then if you go clockwise 1 notch, you're going to be in like your medium setting for tension. And then if you go all the way clockwise, which is your second click, I'm sorry, which is going to be your third setting, that is your extreme thumbstick tension right there. I will say one thing, these joysticks, they feel really smooth. Well, this thing is already charged. You have 3 settings right here for your profiles, 1, 2, and 3. I'm sure you can put more settings on it, but for right now, a quick setting may be just 3. Looks like if you tap it for the 4th time, then it's going to put you back in default. I really like the fact that they got the USB-C charging port right here. You have the size of the paddles, they're a lot better. You have the extra hair trigger setting right here, which is definitely a plus. You also have your grip that's on the front. I mean, I'm really liking this controller, and I think that this is definitely going to be better than the Elite 1 version. You have 2 standard thumbsticks that are already on the controller right here. And these standards are the same as the Xbox One controllers. Then you have the classic sticks that are right here. One thing I don't like about this setup here is you only have 1 option for sticks height, which is right here. Then you have the wide dome stick. So I'm going to go ahead and use the long stick. We don't want to put no control freaks on this right now, but that's what I'm going to use for right now, and we may switch it up a little later, but I have to have a longer stick, that way I can get that accuracy down. This is pretty cool right here. We have a case that has a built-in charger with it. You just set your controller right down in it, and there you go. You can go ahead and start charging it, but you have to make sure that it is plugged up. This is great for traveling too. If you're in the vehicle, you can just plug the sucker up, go ahead and get it charging. Yeah, fits in there real nice and snug, and then you're charging. Another thing that's good about the feature of this new controller is you can plug this up directly to the controller and be playing your game and continue to charge. I'm glad that they have the battery built into the controller now versus the old version, so that's definitely a plus as well. There's a lot of pluses about this controller versus the old version. I know a lot of people is questioning, well, should I upgrade? So far, just by looking at the controller, I feel that it's reasonable to upgrade. So all I've done is plug my USB-C up to my PC and into my controller. I'll show that to you right here. And one thing I want to tell you guys is this little light right underneath the Xbox light, if it has a solid light, it is fully charged. If it's blinking, then it's charging. If you don't have it plugged up and you're playing and it turns an amber color, then that means that your battery is about to die. If you are on Xbox One, all you're going to do is plug this controller up. You're going to go to your settings and then recognize your device. And from there, on the Xbox, you can actually map your paddles in the settings it has, or you can do it on the fly. We're working on a PC right now, so any of you PC users that's going to be using the Elite controller too, you want to come down here in your search bar if you have Windows and type in Xbox accessories, okay, and you'll see right here I have Xbox accessories app, and you just go ahead and click on that right there. I hope you guys could see that. Oh, my head wasn't in the way. Oh, here's a really good feature about this controller. So if you are playing on PC and you want to map one of these back paddles to a shift key, we'll say, or a record that, or take a screenshot, you no longer have to go through the menu, or you don't have to come out of here and try to go to your GeForce Share Play or whatever. All you gotta do is hit that button, and it's gonna either record it or it's gonna take a screenshot. I mean, it's on the fly for sure. Another thing is you can create and store over 250 custom profiles. I mean, I'm not going to play 250 games. I might play 5 for the rest of my life, but you can save up to 3 of these profiles on the controller. The rest of your profiles will be saved onto your computer log. Immediately an update is required. So everything nowadays requires an update. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead and update that. Alright guys, we're back from the update. So it took roughly 3 to 5 minutes to do this little update. So that's really not that long. Let's go to configure. Right off the bat, I'm going to make a new profile. We're going to call it Fortnite. Probably my favorite game this year. It says choose a button to map. And I leave all my buttons on the front the same. I don't fool with them, but on the back. So I usually use 2 buttons when I play with paddled controllers. I'm going to go ahead and map the top 2 because that's where my fingers or my middle fingers are located, which is what I always use on the C40 is my middle fingers. I've never used my ring fingers for anything. But this controller actually feels so comfortable that I believe I can use all 4 paddles. I really do. I never thought I'd be able to say that, so that is definitely a good thing. So let's go ahead and map these top 2. Actually, I don't have to map anything because I already used my left one for A and my right one for B. So now that I feel comfortable using these lower paddles, I'm going to use my left lower paddle for marking an enemy or marking an item, and I think I'm going to use my right paddle as trap picker and reload. So let's go ahead and change those. Left side, we're going to change it to right on the D-pad because that is my oh my god, I feel like a beast right now. Let's go to oh, okay. So this is set up just like the C40 from the looks of it. You can actually change the sensitivity of your sticks. And that's something I loved about the C40. So I like my left stick to be pretty much instant. I wish you could actually grab the bar right here. But, I mean, this is fine too. But we like those instant moves. That way we can jump in and out of stuff. Okay, these are your dead zones on your triggers. I mean, I've already got my trigger stops on, and I'm just barely touching this thing, and it's already activating. I don't think, really, there is a purpose to move those. I mean, you may be able to tweak it a little bit for your own liking, but I'll just tell you, that right there is oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's a big difference right there. So if you got the hair triggers on, it's near instant anyway. The only time you want to use this dead zone setting is if you don't have your hair triggers on. And as you can tell, I'm pushing it down. It's not even registering. Alright, now I'm almost all the way down. It's starting to register. So I'm going to leave hair triggers on and leave this at 0. Shoot, what's this? Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is insane. Yeah, I don't know if I can play with this like this. Anyways, woo, you got rumbles in your triggers, guys. That's awesome. Oh, my God. Yeah, that is insane. So I'm going to turn my left trigger vibration completely off. I don't know if I like that. Maybe if I was in a racing game or something, I don't know. My left main, what's this? Oh, okay, that's your regular rumbles down here in your controller where you hold it. I'm going to turn those rumbles off. Right trigger. Let me feel this real quick. I'm wondering if I need that to make myself know if I shot somebody. Yeah, I don't know. I'm turning that off too. That is freaking sweet though. I might actually use my right trigger a few times and try that out. That's kind of cool. So we're going to save battery power. We're going to turn our brightness probably to the 2nd level. Yeah, that's plenty for me, and it looks great. Oh, okay. I'm a hillbilly. Sorry. So Fortnite, we're going to use that for slot 1. For right now, all you have to do is once you get your profile set up, pick which slot you want it for. You don't need to rename it. Oh wait, that's edit. I'm sorry. So this edits if you don't like your configuration. You just edit right here. But this shows you everything I edited. Yep. So this shows you everything that I've edited right down here on your controller. And if you want to delete that profile, right here you go. And this right here, let me click that. This is just a copy to save. We're not really going to get into all that. Looks like everything's, yep, everything is synced. Okay, just real quick before we get off here, I want to show you right here on the main right-hand side at the bottom, this little scientific potion glass. Click on it, and this is going to test your controllers, or your buttons, I'm sorry. So if you hit any button, if you feel like you're having trouble with your buttons, you just click them. It's going to show you. Another thing is, if your controller is acting buggy, or you have a dead zone issue or whatever, then you're going to have to check your firmware. So what you'll do is you'll come into here and you'll hit these three little dots right here, and you'll see no update available on the firmware version, blah blah blah. This is the device name, Buzz. So if you have any firmware updates and your controller is bugging, then you want to come right here to this part and click on your firmware version update. Alright, I told you all I had a little bonus towards the end of the video, and right here it is. It's Xbox Game Pass. It's the gold version, 14-day trial. I have the code, which is right here on the back of the card, which I'm not going to show anybody. But in order to win this, you do have to help me get 1,000 likes on this video. And another thing is, I would put some gameplay into this video and let you guys see how it performs, but instead of doing that, all you have to do is subscribe to me and turn on post notifications, and then when I stream, which I'll be streaming for the rest of the day with this controller, and probably for the next 6 months for sure, maybe even longer, who knows, but I will be streaming, so turn on post notifications if you want to play with me, if you want to watch, if you want to talk about the controller. I don't care what you want to do, join me there. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to share it with your other gamer friends. And if you're on any online communities such as Facebook, YT Talk, Reddit, or whatever it is, share this video there. It would be really cool of you, and I would really appreciate it. My socials are in the description below. Add me there. And if you are not already subscribed, there will be a little round circle right over here. Just go ahead and click on that right there. If you are a PC player or interested in any other pro controllers, click on one of the videos right over here and keep on watching. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.